Hey, Joan here, and happy August, and welcome to Mountaintop Musings with Joan. And last month it was about choosing your future, and this month feels like step into your future. So I was trying to choose which decks would be fun. So we're going to play with numbers. You get to choose cards. We'll get a little story, a flavor for this is going to be for a reading for August 1st through 7th. So Saturday to Friday. This will be the energy. And then you'll get to pick a card and let's see. I like to think of myself as somebody who likes to sort of set the table like a smorgasbord. And then you get to pick and choose if there's something that appeals to you. And that's why I think it's fun to be able to choose cards. So you'll be able to choose a number, choose a card, and think of it as like the wind beneath your wings for the week. So let's see what the first week of August has for us. And I thought I'd play with three decks today. Um, Rebecca Campbell's Ancient Stones, My Little Island cards, and did I want to? And Denise Lynn's Soul Coaching. So as I was thinking of you and shuffling, I pulled a card and I thought, okay, well, maybe that's just for me. I probably shouldn't share that one. Here's the card, the back of Denise Lynn's card deck, the front, Awakening. And look at all these wonderful mountaintops. And here you are on a little island in the middle. What do I live on? A little island. Actually, a bigger island. When I was living on a little island, I lived on this island. But this is much, much smaller. So if you think of yourself in that situation, maybe August or maybe this week is about awakening. Maybe there's something that you're ready to bring forward. And, and think about it, when I look at it, it doesn't need to have anything to do with the word. It could be the picture. Because to me, when you're in this position, this would be the victory pose. So think of any races that you've been in, and when you've crossed the finish line, you just automatically throw your arms up in the air. So what victories are being reflected back to you? And you notice you're standing on top of this little island. And my mom had to remind me, she said one day, because I just love islands, and she said, Joan, dear, you do realize that, no, she didn't say realize. Joan, dear, you do know that islands are mountaintops. I have to tell you, I never thought of it that way. And so, look, this individual is right on top of, oh, do you know? Well, this is an interesting thing. You could be in the clouds, or there's something firm and solid you're standing on. So maybe others are noticing what's awakening in you. Maybe you're reflecting on it. And look at these big mountains. And then look at all the magical light in the sky. So this feels like a really auspicious card. So that was the one that I thought was for me. And I put it back in the deck. And then I pulled another deck and I thought, okay, let's see what this one is. And this is Rebecca Campbell's Ancient Stones. And this deck, the back. So think about if there's something you're wanting to awaken. And this is the Guardian Stone. What's the first word? Awakening, progress, and maybe it's initiation. So when you look at this one, are you getting ready to step forward into something? Are you being initiated in something you've created? Whatever that is, it's being stimulated, that awakening within you. And I thought, okay, so what would be the next part of the story? And it was about having good luck. Jupiter's in a happy spot right now. It's a time, it's auspicious. Wishes are granted. There are blessings. And look at this magical light in this stone. And maybe, I mean, it could be any, I mean, I'm somebody who collects a lot of rocks. So maybe this would be like a reminder of something that you're wanting to awaken in yourself. And maybe you're the rock for someone. You're that solid presence for someone in your life, or someone is that for you. Or maybe picking up when you're out on a walk, picking up a rock and putting in your pocket, carrying it with you. Maybe putting it in your car, as you're moving forward. So that's kind of an interesting, just a beginning, awakening. And if I didn't get it the first time, awakening, progress, initiation, something's coming forward. It's a time of good luck, auspicious blessings, and wishes granted. Isn't that a marvelous way to start the month of August with enthusiasm? And this week on Wednesday, I share a little 60-second practice that to me is like kind of a mindset shift because sometimes during the week, I remember when I had a 9 to 5 basic, well, not that I worked 9 to 5, but a job where I was not an entrepreneur. There we go. When I worked for someone else, there we go. And all those jobs, Wednesday was when my energy got a little bit low. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a 60-second short and share some positive words that I find helpful in the week? And this week, oh, and I'll just attach it to this video. And this week I shared something by Ralph Marston. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, life feels like one. The moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. And then from my deck, what was the inspiration? Blank card. If you could have anything, what would you like to be feeling? What are you thinking about? Maybe it's a time to make plans, or maybe it's a time to throw the plans out and just be spontaneous. What feels good to you? But it's an auspicious time for new beginnings. We're in a new month in the fire horse year. August, the early part is Leo season, ruled by the sun. It's a time of a lot of energy. It's playful. A lot of people are on vacation. You've got that vibrant red color. So let's just see what the cards have to say for you. So why don't we pick a number 1 to 4? And it could be, is there what might be something for me to know today for my highest good that's going to nurture me as I step forward in this new direction or decide to take just one step forward every day this week? What might be something? And we're going to pick 4 cards and we're going to use the ancient stones. And there's going to be a little story and then a message for each one. Okay. Pick a number, 1 to 4, or you can wait. I mean, there's no rules. I'll show you the 4 cards and see what you're attracted to. Card number 1, card number 2, number 3, and number 4. If you pick card number 1, stepping stones, doesn't that feel like, years and years ago, probably 30, well, I've almost been teaching Tai Chi for almost 40 years, Tai Chi Cha. And I came to a realization that a lot of the work I share is very introductory level. And so I think of myself as like the next pebble on your path. So I thought this was really cool about having stepping stones. Take the next step, focus. It's all about simplicity. I'm going to switch it up. I don't think you need the story. What baby step are you being called to take today in the direction of your dreams? If you pick number 1, it's so interesting. Something is awakening. We have a blank slate. Anything's possible. We have the stepping stone card, and it's the thought is, what's one baby step you could take today to support that dream of gaining some momentum as you move forward? If you pick card number 2, very different energy in number 2 from number 1, the secret chamber, deep connection, treasure, potency. How are you being called to slow down and savor the jewels of your life a little more? Actually, I should write these down. Sorry, we're going to get there. And just so you know, it'll all be listed below for card 1, 2, 3, 4, the question that we're going to ask. So before we do secret chamber, let me write that one down. For stepping stones, yeah, it was taking, what's a baby step you can take? Yeah, what baby step are you being called to take in the direction of your dreams? It's like, what's awakening in you? Is there something from when you were little, or something brand new, something from yesterday? Or maybe this question is going to spark something in you today. And that's if you pick number 1. And number 2, it's all about deep connection, treasuring, where you are, slowing down, being aware of the potency of your thoughts, your spirit, your feeling, your emotions. And this one is, how are you being called to slow down? How are you being called to slow down? What are you savoring lately? And so this one is, how are you being called to slow down and savor the jewels of your life a little more? Sorry, not, and I'm not intentionally being slow. And that is secret chamber. Number three, see what you think of this one. This one is hidden treasure. Three is hidden treasure. What are the key words here? You're on the right track and the gift is being revealed. Wonderful. And how you activate the message here of being on the right path. I'm open and ready to receive gifts in expected and unexpected ways. I'm open and ready to allow the soul gifts that are wanting to emerge in me to do so with ease and joy. That's if you pick number three, the hidden treasure. I'm open and ready to receive gifts in expected and unexpected ways. And I'm open and ready to allow the soul gifts that are wanting to emerge in me to do so with ease and joy. Lovely. And number four, again, each one of the energies are so different. Dancing with stones, movement, teamwork, partnership. Boy, I sure love that one. I love each one of these. And so the soul inquiry for Dancing with Stones, if you pick number four, how are you being called to work better with others or appreciate those around you a little more? You know what I'm finding really helpful? And I'm just going to, thinking like with family, is when I decided I created years ago a, um, a family text. And when one of my brothers was at the end of his life, it's how the siblings kept together. And then when my mom passed, it's how we kept together. This time we'd graduated up to texting. And then when my sister died or passed on, again, and it's that connection. And I think it's really important that maybe what is awakening, could it be kindness? Could it be appreciation? And grateful for the little things in life. And I think the kindest person I have ever known was my mother. I did not one time ever hear her make a negative comment about someone. Unlike me, I make negative comments about myself. I can make negative. And so for me, I have had to learn, and I was blessed to have a teacher in my mother who was so incredibly kind. Now, I have that in me. What happens if I'm moving too fast? I am not as kind to myself as I could be. And so what happens is then I'm not as kind to someone else as I could be. So for me, that's why Tai Chi and Qigong and energy healing practices are helpful. Balancing the heart, then the mind, getting everything in harmony. So as you play with these, think about it. Could be a quality. This doesn't need to be anything big. Maybe you're awakening simplicity. Maybe you're awakening afternoon naps. For me, it was in my meditation, it came to me, walk before work. So I'm learning how to rearrange my morning time. So first thing, I hop on my rebounder, get the lymph and everything moving well. Then I go down and meditate for 20 minutes, put my shoes on, walk out the door, and take a 20-minute walk. Then I come in and have coffee and do my morning practices. It's a completely different day. So in the summer, it's a time of more movement. And you might find that you're someone who's moving so much all the time that for you, it could be that slowing down and saying no more often gives you that freedom. You're balancing the quality of your life, whatever feels good. But I love that idea. So we have, our four questions. What baby step are you being called to take in the direction of your dreams? It doesn't have to be what number it is. It's whatever question feels good. How are you being called to slow down? What are you choosing to savor? And then we go to, hold on. And then we go to an affirmation. I'm open and ready to receive gifts in expected and unexpected ways. I'm open and ready to receive the soul gifts that are wanting to emerge in me and to do so with ease and joy. Hand on your heart, how does it feel to receive with ease and joy? You know what? It could be that you're fixing the family meal, and instead of it being a hustle, it's like, let's slow down and really appreciate, thank the farmer, thank the rancher, thank the company that made the implements you're using, the pans. So, you know, the company that created whoever made the cotton farmers, the linens you use on your table, the candles, the flowers from your garden, or however you choose to celebrate your rituals. It's that gratitude, I think, being grateful. I think maybe today that is what I feel like is awakening, that sense of beauty and appreciation. And we go back to the moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. It's a time of good luck, filled with auspicious blessings. Wishes are granted. Again, we're awakening, and it's a process. It's like, is there something you've been holding on to? I fell in love when in the early 60s. We went to a dude ranch, and I thought that was the coolest thing. It was the first time I can remember being around horses, the first time riding a horse. And to me, ranch life was just it. And all these years later, I'm supporting a friend of mine with a ranching project that will be equally as transformational for the ranchers as the public. And bringing that to life has reminded me I'm awakening a dream. So I was 9. Let's see, wait a minute. 53, I was 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I was 6. I was 6. So you might be holding a dream that is suddenly awakening. It could be anything. Maybe you're standing on a cloud. Maybe you're standing on a little island. Maybe you're at the top of a mountain and you're celebrating, or people are celebrating you for the magic and the beauty and the passion and the soul and whatever it is you choose to bring forth to people who know you. It's a time of movement, teamwork, relationships. We're all fired up for the month of August. It's a fire sign. Leo is. Blank slate. What are you ready to connect? What are you ready to create? And where are you ready to step forward? And let's pull a final card for just something fun. I have no idea. Final card. And then you can ask yourself, is this for me? No, Joan, I'm done. Or I'm curious. Let's see. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The healing stone, tenderness, care. We've been talking about the heart, gentleness, nourishment. Let me just see what if there's what goes with that card. Oh man, this is just dear. I choose to go gently and treat my body, mind, and soul with tender care. I choose to go gently. Hand on your heart. I choose to go gently and treat my body, mind, and soul with tender care. Yes, yes, yes. I hope you are feeling nourished. And if you're curious about that little 60-second short I do on Wednesdays, it's attached to this video. And if you find if you're someone who likes to receive like little short something in writing, I share my favorite practices and a little tip for the week in my newsletter, which is free, and you can just sign up below. And if you found value in this video, would you please share it with someone you know? That would be wonderful. I would love to just have people who think this might be of value to share it with their friends who also might like it. So I'd appreciate it if you don't want to miss out and you haven't subscribed, please do so. All righty, that's it for now. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you again next Saturday and Wednesday on the little boost. All righty, have a great one. Take good care. Bye for now.